Hello, this is LEGO Minecraft's The Fortress, and no, this is not a joke, this is actually what you end up with as of the end of the instruction book. However, fortunately, there are more instruction books included which show you how to turn all of these sub-assemblies into something that actually looks pretty cool. For example, here is the main build, the fortress itself, as featured on the box of the set and in most of the official images of the set. As you can see, this thing has good shape to it. It's actually fairly deep, has a nice amount of space on the interior of it where you can pose up some figures. It has some varied terrain on the inside. Obviously, this is supposed to represent a player-made structure. Let's take a closer look at some of the features. The main entranceway is pretty slick here with the gray area that you can step on as a plate, and when you push that down, it opens up both doors, just like that. So simple, just moves a very small mechanism. There's no gearing to it or anything. It's really straightforward, but it works very nicely. On the sides are these mirrored towers, which feature these exclusive printed pieces that are representing banners there. Those look very nice. And I've always liked what LEGO does for their iron bars. They're simple, it's just a stack of taps in gray, but they look good. There's also a crafting table in there, and you can use these top areas as lookouts. They've also got a little bit of netherrack with some infinite burning fire in the center of each. On this side out front, they vary the terrain just a little bit, bringing some water into it, although you can see how the whole thing is hollow underneath. It's just part of kind of the modular style that they've developed for the entire Minecraft line, so that you can easily connect things together. A little bit of sugar cane there, a single carrot is coming up, and this is just their standard style of kind of generic tree, representing an oak tree here, but they just kind of try to put those together with as few pieces as possible, because I can tell you it's very easy to make custom trees that have way too many pieces, and then the set ends up being just ridiculously expensive. This is a defensive device over here, a dispenser, which is supposed to dispense arrows, I think, or something like that. These are just flick fire missiles that can be shot out from the inside. Just a couple of Technic bricks in rows there, and just a hollow stud at the end of a flick fire missile. And like I said, it's nicely enclosed around the back, but I need to give you a higher angle so you can see the inside. Like I said, plenty of open space in here. Here's a figure for the sake of scale, so there's plenty of room to put lots of figures in there and animals. We've got a small pond over here with just a little bit of water actually flowing just to get that nice sound to go with it. A little bit more agriculture going on around. Each of these towers has a ladder going up to it to help the figures to get up to the second level, not to the top level though. And then over here, this is a nice little spot. They've included another chest, and this has 4 different types of swords in there. So diamond and iron and stone and wood. I guess this person is a collector of swords, because they also include a gold sword in the set. And this is the best that they could do to represent an armor stand. In this case, in LEGO scale, it actually has just a plain, unprinted Minecraft head, which allows you to attach a helmet to it. And you can also take this off and put an armor piece over it. See, it actually works. Just behind that, the lower section of just this tower, not the other side, has a button with an iron door there, and you can push on that and it opens that up. Another nice, very simple little lift arm based thing that just goes through there, and there's enough friction to make it all work very smoothly so it doesn't flop around. There's nothing inside of there to see, but it's just a nice little mechanism and gives you a little fuel for some imaginative play. Like I said, the other one has nothing inside of it. These represent obviously potted plants, so a nice little row of those. And there's a fireplace, a little fire pit in the middle, and the main area back here at the back, come on focus, is an animal pen. Half of it is covered and half of it is not. You can open each of these individually and they will hold the animals that are included in the set. Now, one thing that's not good about this modular building system is that everything falls apart very easily, because it's intended to be taken apart very easily. So if you get an entire construction together, an entire area like this, and then you want to move it, good luck. You kind of have to slide something underneath very carefully because it wants to fall apart. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and tear it apart so that I can build an alternate version of this, just to show you how useful these parts are. Also, one more thing, that's a hay bale. It only takes a handful of minutes to completely rebuild into something entirely different. I mean, the size and shape of this is nothing like the original. You can see all of the original components there, but just by stacking things up differently. I mean, the height of this tower here is pretty immense. I mean, can you even see the figure up there? Just barely. There you go. Angle them down just a little bit. But yeah, this is a completely different overall look and feel to the thing. And just for the heck of it, let me do the opposite. Rather than going taller, I'll go wider. This is a completely different layout, and it only took me a few minutes of just taking things apart, which is pretty instant, and putting them back together. Probably the most difficult thing is just looking at the instructions, because putting the things together is actually really, really simple with the little micro chunks that they've created. It works really well. It's a good system. The main figures in the set are a Steve with a full head-to-toe gold getup, which is very fancy. Very stylish. Not the most practical choice, but that's okay. I respect his choices regardless. And then just 3 skellies with progressively lower armor values left to right. And yeah, there's nothing new with them. Actually, a little bit disappointing to me. So all that you get that's new here is the set of recolored parts for Steve for his armor and for his gold sword. There's a sheep in the set. 1 sheep. Yep. Just 1 sheep, and once again, nothing new here. This is a printed face we got before, and just the slotted bricks in tan at the front and rear. But then there's this. This is new. Brand new mold for an official LEGO Minecraft horse. At least the head is a brand new mold. And because they did create that new mold, I am positive they're going to do more LEGO Minecraft sets with different colors. You don't just come out with a new mold like this and then only use it in one set for one thing. So I definitely expect to see some different colors come out for this. And of course, this is able to accommodate a Steve on its back. He just sits directly on top of it like that. I guess that works. He looks a little bit oversized. Maybe a little bit, maybe a lot oversized, but it works. I'm okay with that. This is pretty cool. Also, the horse's head is able to move forward and up. That's good. And its tail can come up and down. Let me see. I just saw. Yes, there we go. You can do that. Now we're set. Yes, now we're golden. Well, Steve is golden. We're gold. You get what I mean. So the fortress felt like a little bit of a different building experience relative to the previous LEGO Minecraft sets, but in reality, all of the LEGO Minecraft sets have been built with some degree of modularity, some with a lot more than others. I feel like this one has the most of that compared to the rest, and especially the way that they end you with the end of one of the instruction booklets just having a bunch of these sub-assemblies. It kind of feels weird just having a table full of small things, but they really do go together very quickly and very effectively, allowing you to build many different things without truly taking anything apart. So that's pretty nice. I wish that these things could lock together better for transport, just moving it off the table to the floor or from one table to another, but there have to be compromises, and I'm happy with what they ended up with. Minecraft is all about building in the first place. LEGO is all about building in the first place, so I'm glad that they really, really, really encourage you to do your own thing with this, even though they do give you a nice head start. I only wish this was a little bit cheaper, so this is one that I definitely would recommend waiting to find on sale. I also wish this came with just one other different figure rather than 3 skeletons that are basically the same thing from one to the next. That's it for my thoughts though, and now it is your turn to share what you think about this set by leaving a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll talk to you again soon.